Hey everybody, Neil here, Broken Bones, Generating Genius, re-Indigenizing the digital mind. So I'm sitting on Downing Beach, North Donegal, beautiful place, absolutely, it's such a great place, so peaceful, right on the water's edge. I'm sitting on a rock, it's much easier to hear, probably for you guys also. And the wind is very strong on the beach. I just made a Facebook live video and the wind was really competing with my voice, and I have a strong voice. So right above me on the edge of the beach is a tree. For all you plant lovers out there. And now I need you, maybe you can drop in the old comments field if you know what this tree is, and I'll tell you at the end. Very powerful tree, and the scent of its flowers I picked up as I got to the edge of the beach, and I was like, I know that smell. Where's it coming from? So I followed the scent to here and looked up and went, wow, yes, I know that tree. Very powerful medicine. Very powerful medicine for the heart. And as I spoke earlier before, on the beach, it's important that we connect with our heart space. And as George Bernard Shaw said, an Irishman, though it's not just for Irishmen, this, for all human beings who have a heart, he said, what he said was, an Irishman's heart is nothing more than his imagination. An Irishman's heart, let's say a human being's heart, is nothing more than their imagination. And that is so true. To know one's heart and to be in one's heart is the place of imagination, the place of creativity, of generating what you want in your life, but also knowing what's already in your life, what potential you already have. So we all have that potential, we all have that inner knowing, and we all are well aware of our power, and we're well aware of what we want in our lives. It's just we've been brought up with a broken perception of I can't have that. I mean, I definitely can't have that. I've proved that time and time again. I can't have that. And so, and I think that has come from that idea that as children, like I said before in one of my other videos, the authority, people we looked up to, our teachers and our mentors and those that told us about life and our lives, who we are, what we want in our lives, what's happening in our lives, meaning in our lives. They were maybe conscious fault of their own, for they were brought up they were brought up in the same system. But their whole idea was that you must toe the line. You must toe the line. You must do what you're told. There's a correct way to do things. There's a correct way to put on your clothes. There's a correct way to do your homework. There's a correct way to eat your food. There's a correct way to behave. There's a correct way to engage with others. There's a correct way to dance. There's a correct way to laugh. There's a correct way to sing. You get the message. And so that broken teachings, a broken perception of reality we grew up with. So we're in all search of perfection in many ways. We're in search of how to do it correctly. Some kids respond a certain way and toe the line. Other kids have a natural reaction to that or end up in a rebellious state over them, like delinquency, as it's often labelled, who have no trust of authority, who try to break the rules at every turn. And those that toe the line are doing it for acceptance, to socially be accepted. In a way, to socialise, to be part of the group is a very important thing. To not have that and not be part of that group is a very unnerving and dangerous thing. So There's two paths many kids follow from that place. So to have what you want in life, to genuinely have and to understand or accept what you already are, is a very powerful thing, and it's a radical way. And it's something I see in my everyday life when I speak about these topics. Even towards myself, I feel my own reaction, and my mind wants to bring me back to broken patterns, like I don't have it, I have to earn it, to work for it. There's a certain way to do these things, Neil. And I hear it in my environment from people around me, people I love, people who don't want to see me fail, don't want to see me be rejected and to be ostracized in a way. So they're trying to protect me, and yet I don't feel protected, and I don't feel fully myself when I'm listening to those voices inside and out. One thing I've realised, it blew my mind recently, and I heard it, that having what you want in your life, like abundance, and through creativity generating what you want, having the life that you want, the life that connects and resonates with you, it's not personal. Building a structure in your life that brings that about, brings that into being, is not personal. But we've been taught everything's personal. It's personal. Take it personally. And so our responses are an emotional response, and our belief systems and the way we think are reactive to what we see or what we're generating. And so we take it personal. And the more we take it personal, the more our lives oscillate from a few steps forward and a few steps back, from success to failure, from highs and lows. And so our life becomes this drama we feel like we're a victim of and not in control of. And the more we try to control it, the more it seems to slip out of our control. And we're confused and lost and scared and anxious. So how do we get out of that? How do we change that? Well, we need to build a structure. We need to build a framework that's tied into a mission, focused into what we want. And then we need to live it daily and not take it personal. If something happens, if somebody rejects it, or someone, poos on it, or is negative towards it, or indeed our own thoughts are negative towards it, it's not putting energy in that personal, or not putting our energy in a reactive response to it, which generates more of the same ill feeling. Learning not to take it personal, and that has been one of the biggest, hardest paths and realizations I've had to make in recent times. I'm a very reactive personality anyway, and also I grew up in my childhood with a lot of oscillation, a lot of things changing constantly, a lot of unknown things, a lot of reactivity, from peacefulness to crazy energy. So I grew up entirely, and then I started saying I'm very reactive and I'm very outspoken, and I take things personally. Well, any wonder? That's the way my life was. And so I grew up with that structure, that framework. That's all. And I have successes and I have failures in almost equal measure. In the last few years, it felt like a crumbling down, like my life was Pompeii. And I felt powerless and like a victim, powerless to change it and do anything about it. And I guess it was good that it did finally crash fully, and that everything seemed to go away. I lost everything. And yet in that space, I heard my soul, I heard my heart beat, and I realised I haven't lost anything. Because I never ever have lost. I had it all along inside of me, all my power, all my beauty, all my creativity, all my imagination. And so when everything went silent, when it seemed like the world had given up on me and like I'd given up on myself, there it was, that eternal space, that heartbeat, that bubbly energy, that beautiful, bouncy energy that I lost touch with as a child. I couldn't even remember it. And here I am. Here I am, back in my native Ireland, in the northwest, on a beach in Downing, on a sunny day, and everything's okay. And the message I want to send out is that you and all of us together can support each other in this realization, and to build structures, frameworks, and more on that later, that will help us allow our creative juices to flow and to manifest, fully manifest. And it does take work. It does take an engagement and an embodiment in yourself. It does take to feel that and to feel your reactions to it and be aware of where that is, what your reactions are, and what's really, and also compare those reactions and say, is that really happening? Is that really happening? And then to reset and focus again on the outcome and continue on your strategies and your steps that naturally flow from you through the path of least resistance. From that place, just like the sea and the rivers and all of the natural forces, and we are a natural force and we are connected to those forces, it will find its way, if the channel or the path is clear, to the goal. And the goal for me is to live and generate, to choose to live and generate abundance for myself, my family, and my community, or my tribe, by working daily on my generative genius, by working on that power inside me that I feel in my veins, fill in my tissues, engage in my face, be fully alive in my body, feel that resistance, yes, not take it personal. So there's no need. You will have a personal reaction. The doubts will drop in. The framework doesn't go away. The old framework will remain. It's just not putting power in that place. And also, the obvious steps are the simple steps. It's the path of least resistance. It's not like, oh, I have to climb that mountain in 5 hours. I have to, do a million things in one day. No. The most obvious step is there in front of you, and you'll feel it. It'll be like a tension in your body, just like me making this video. I can feel my monkey brain every day has a million ideas, and I'm like, whoa, and it takes me away from the present moment because I want to make the video now. But actually, it's just my mind getting carried away, trying to run away from me, trying to get to the end game, like the end game wherever it imagines it is. But I have to return and bring myself to the present moment. And when I need to make a video, or when I need to speak my mind, or when I need to share something, it just naturally arises. I feel that tension. Now's the time to do it. And so even that, what comes out is more natural, more connected, more earthed, more grounded, more indigenous. And you know that. You felt that in life. It's there. It's inside of you. Your intelligence, gifted to you only in your individual expression of eternal self. And you are that individual expression, not disconnected from the whole, but individual in its sense that is like the flower bud on the end of the branch. We can see many flowers, and they're all individual, and sometimes on the same plant they look quite different, and also express it in different directions, different moments, different size. There's lots of things we can say. And you are on that branch. Very unique, very beautiful. All there ready for you. The flower doesn't ask itself, how do I blossom? The tree doesn't ask itself, how do I grow? It also doesn't ask, how do I blossom my flowers? We have this unique ability to ask these questions. But if we're constantly asking questions from a place of not being enough, then we'll never get answers. The tree, spring comes and the tree, as life courses through its body, expresses its individual expression as its individual parts express their individual expression every year differently, every moment differently. And so are you. You have a unique opportunity. You are a unique opportunity to bring fully into blossom all that potentiality. And I know you feel it in your body, in your skin, like I do. It's like that. It's almost a tension, potentiality. Express it in small ways, in the moments, while you're present with it. No need to question it. And whatever anyone says about it, understand they're projecting, but also reflecting this old broken perception inside of you that wants things to feel, or it's its natural cycle to feel. You don't need to be that crumbly, flaky person anymore. Your sovereign energy, unique to you, unique to your expression, is seeking a pathway. What you can do is clear the path and the energy will flow. You don't need to believe me either. Practice it, embody it, feel it. I can't tell you how to do that. There is no how. You know how because you do it every day. I know how. For me, I do it every day. So just keep doing it, folks. Keep doing it. Subscribe to my channel if you want. Share, comment, whatever you want. Send the energy, help each other, mentor each other, but work on the self, work on your individual expression, and all of the rest will flow, and people who will help you and mentor you will come your way. Focus on the structure you want to build and where you want to get to, and it will all happen. Keep your power in that place. All my love from here in Downing Beach, underneath the hawthorn tree. The hawthorn tree. The tree of boundaries and expression, creativity, imagination, power. Get some hawthorn flower buds and the berries later in autumn. Make your tea from it. Connect to your heart. Blossom now. I mean, even smell it. You don't have to harvest it. Make sure and ask the tree. It's not your body. It's a tree's body. Ask for permission to make tea. But smell it on the tree, let it fill your lungs, let it open and expand your heart, chakra, and express your truth. Neil, Broken Bones, Generating Genius, re-Indigenizing the digital mind, over and out. Till next time. Love you all. Take care.